Hi, I'm Sally, and welcome to a new year of Battle Bits. In this video series, I will read the first chapter of each of the battle books. This will give you an idea of the characters, the plot, the tone of the story, and it might help you decide whether you want to read it now or maybe save it for later. So we are going to start with The Terrible Two by Mac Barnett and Jory John. And I am actually going to read a couple chapters of this because the chapters are pretty short, so I think I'm going to read 3. This is The Terrible Two. Chapter 1. Welcome to Yanni Valley, an idyllic place with rolling green hills that slope down the creeks and cows as far as the eye can see. There's one now. And there are illustrations in this book, which is a big part of it. Some facts about Yanni Valley. If you placed all of Yanni Valley's cows in a stack, they would extend to the moon and back. But this is probably not a good idea, since cows are afraid of heights and cannot breathe in space without helmets. In 1836, due to a balloting error, a cow was elected mayor of Yanni Valley. After earning record-high approval ratings, the cow was re-elected to a second term. A statue of that cow still stands in the center of the town square. If you stand next to a cow for a whole day, you will hear that cow moo 100 times or less. Counting moos is a popular pastime in Yanni Valley. That's one. And all this makes Yanni Valley a very exciting place if you're enthusiastic about cows. Miles Murphy was not enthusiastic about cows. Chapter 2. This is Miles Murphy. He's on his way to Yanni Valley. Let's take a closer look at his face. Notice the scowl, notice the gloom, notice the way his face is pressed against the window and he looks like he's trying to escape. Notice the way he keeps sighing. That's 100 sighs today. Miles, please stop sighing, Judy Murphy said from the driver's seat. We're going to have a house now. Your room will be bigger, and you'll have a yard. We'll have a fresh start, so a smile would be nice. But Miles could not smile because he was unhappy about moving to Yanni Valley. He was unhappy about saying goodbye to his friends Carl and Ben. He was unhappy about saying goodbye to his old apartment in a pink building that was close to the ocean. He was unhappy about saying goodbye to his old bedroom, whose 4 walls and ceiling were plastered with maps that he'd tried to take with him, but were plastered so well that they tore down when he pulled them down. He shouldn't have plastered those maps so well. He was unhappy about saying goodbye to Max's Market, his trusty candy supplier. And he was unhappy about saying goodbye to his reputation as his school's biggest prankster, which he'd earned through years of hard work and brilliant thinking. Miles kept hoping they'd turn back and head home, but the car just kept going and was even now passing this sign. Chapter 3. It was well past midnight, and Miles paced around his new bedroom. It was too big. The walls were too white. There were boxes everywhere. He should have been asleep, but he was awake because this room was all wrong. Miles didn't care about big rooms or houses or yards. This wasn't a fresh start, it was a rotten start. He turned off the lamp that sat on a box and got back in bed. Miles couldn't sleep. Through the window of his old room, Miles would listen to the sound of waves crashing as he drifted off to slumber. Miles got out of bed and opened the window. Somewhere in the distance, a cow mooed. The air outside his old room smelled like the sea. This air smelled like cows. Today was a bad day, but tomorrow would be an even worse day. Tomorrow he was starting his new school. Miles went to bed with a sense of dread. And those were the first 3 chapters of The Terrible Two. All right, thank you for joining me. I will see you next time.